Good afternoon and welcome to Radio Irava on CHUO 89.1 FM and CHUO.FM. My name is Narges. Today is September 8, 2013. My guest today is Ms. Shahabe Barooti from Camp Liberty in Iraq, whose mother, Mahnaz Azizi, has been taken hostage along with 6 others after the September 1st attack on Camp Ashraf, where 52 members of the Iranian resistance were massacred. The Iranian residents of Camp Liberty have started their hunger strike since the brutal attack last Sunday, September 1st. Camp Ashraf has been the base for the Mojahedin-e Khalgh MEK or PMOI for 27 years. They have vowed to topple the Iranian regime. Camp Ashraf residents accepted disarmament in 2003 in order to get protection from US, but when US left Iraq in 2010, the security was transferred to Iraqi government, which is under the control of the Iranian regime. To date, 5 attacks have been carried out on residents of both camps, Liberty and Ashraf, with many casualties. In 2012, Martin Kobler, UN's representative in Iraq at the time, tricked the residents and relocated them to Liberty in order to be transferred to third countries. On Sunday, September 1st, 2013, 100 remaining residents of Camp Ashraf who were there to protect their properties were attacked by Iraqi Swat teams. Published pictures shows bodies of victims with their hands tied and shot from close range. I'm joined by Shahabe Barooti from Liberty. Thank you, Shahabe, for accepting my invitation for this interview. Very welcome to Radio Irava.
I thank you, and I find it a very good opportunity to be speaking to you and all Iranians and other supporters of a free Iran, and also people dedicated to your radio. I thank you for letting me share my story of my mother.
I understand, Shahabe, that a group of residents in Liberty are on hunger strike. Can you tell us why?
Well, the hunger strike started on 1st of September when we heard the news about the attack on Camp Ashraf in Baghdad. The hunger strike is for the reason to have the 7 hostages released on fast and quick as possible. And also we are demanding for UN blue helmets to be situated in Ashraf and Liberty to oversee our protection and our safe removal and resettlement in other countries as promised to us.
Is there any one of your family members include the hostages?
Yes, my mother, Mahnaz Azizi, she has been taken by the Iraqi forces on the same day, the 1st of September. Her location is not at all aware to anybody, and there is not a single word about her or the other 6 taken. I'd like to raise this issue that 6 of the hostages are ladies, female citizens from the Camp Ashraf, where Iranians have taken refuge for over 20 years in Iraq. This is not the first time the camp has been attacked, and not the first time hostages have been taken by Iraqi forces. Unfortunately, this time I have to face the fact that my mother is not with me, and however much I am trying to reach out to international organizations, nobody is giving me exact details of who is holding and when she is and in what conditions she is in.
Shahabe, who do you think is responsible for massacre in Ashraf?
The massacre in Ashraf is nobody else other than Nuri Maliki's forces, Iraqi forces. The pictures show as a fact that SWAT, Iraqi SWAT forces, and special Iraqi policemen, armed policemen who have been trained specially, as pictures shows, unarmed civilians in Camp Ashraf have been handcuffed and shot to the head. This cannot be done by any unauthorized forces, and the camp is surrounded by numerous number of tanks and policemen and army troops. They have allowed these forces inside the camp to do this brutal action.
But we've heard that the Iraqi government has said that has nothing to do with this massacre in Ashraf. What do you think of that?
That's the exact lie they make up every time to get away with what they do to Iranian refugees and armed civilians. They want this a green light to continue the attacks. Iraq does the actions and blames it on others. So it's like they have nothing to do with it, and it's the easiest way out. And as they have also not done anything in regard to our protection, this makes it clear for them that they can get away with such actions, and this is why we have to bring international pressure on them so the attacks are not repeated again ever.
Can you tell us what is the role of the Iranian regime in all this?
Well, the Iranian regime backs up the Iraqi movement here, movement which I mean especially over since 2009 and then 2011 when this camp was also attacked. You can see numerous facts that before the attacks, special intelligence leaders of the Iranian regime have come to Iraq to meet with them and have ordered and cooperated in their actions.
Shahabe, can you tell us how many people are on hunger strike in Liberty?
There are a lot of people here in Camp Liberty on hunger strike. I have not had the time to count them, but as I say, the numbers, I think they go up to 3 digits.
Are you on hunger strike?
I am also on hunger strike, and I see it that the only thing I can do right now, as well as bringing pressure, this is itself a way of bringing pressure, and I am sure we will reach our demands, and we won't give up until it has been responded to.
What is your personal demands, Shahabe?
Well, of course, I have no higher demand than for my mother to be released straight away. It's now the 8th day, and I will not accept anything happening to her. This can't be what you can accept as human rights. This is violation of human rights, and if I give in this time, it means I will have to give in every time, and this is what I will not accept. My mother, she has done nothing to be taken by Iraqi forces, and this is just a way of bringing pressure on us.
Can you tell us when was the last time you had contact with your mother?
I had continuous calls to her. The last time I called her was a week before this attack. 2 days before the attack on September the 1st, there was news and I heard that they had stopped the water flow to the camp, and also they had stopped electricity being powered there. And then 2 days after, it was attacked. And I think this was the reason my mother, after I emailed her that week before the attack, she could not reply to me. And I felt something there. I felt maybe this had something to do with it, the fact that they had been surrounded.
It's very interesting that you say you sent email to your mom and you were in contact, because we hear that people in Liberty and in Camp Ashraf are not allowed to use emails or telephone or any communication like that. It's very interesting you say that.
Yes, it's very easy and a common method that the Iranian regime uses to try and block minds of people who may not know the facts that there's a prison here and people are treated like prisoners, but that's not true. And I had contact with my mother. I had to make sure of her well-being, and I kept my contact.
How long have you been in Liberty, Shahabe?
It's been a year now.
Can I ask, where did you live before you were transferred to Liberty from Ashraf?
I lived in the UK.
Could you tell us if anything has changed since the replacement of Martin Kobler, Ban Ki-moon's representative in Iraq?
Unfortunately, you see, till that time, there was an excuse about us being in the list, which was also done unfairly and only as a gesture to the Iranian regime. But after Kobler had gone, actions are very low, especially on the matter of Iranian refugees protection here in Iraq, which had been granted to us by the US in 2003 and then promised to us while being transferred to TTL here in Liberty by UN, UNAMI, and the High Commissioner of UNHCR. So you see all parties are involved, but they have all left responsibilities, and that is why these attacks are keeping going on. and unfortunately we have to pay the price with such massacres of 52 people only recently.
And for the last question, Shahabe, what is your message to people who are listening to you right now?
Well, my message will have to be that I hope every one person can do their part to be my voice and the voice of other people here on hunger strike and families of the people, the Ashrafis who have been killed in such brutal ways, and also my mother, and for the other hostages to be released. Please be in contact with your governments, international organizations, human rights bodies, and awaken conscience that can do anything to bring pressure on the government of Maliki and Iraqi forces here. I'm demanding their release, and I want anybody to help me.
I thank you, Shahabe, very much for your time, and I hope your demands are met as soon as possible.
I do thank you for giving me the time and opportunity, and I'm sure this will help my voice to be spread all across the world.
I hope so. Take care of yourself.
اراده کرده ام که سرنگون کنم تو را ز خاک مهر و روشنی برون کنم تو را اراده کرده ام که سرنگون کنم تو را ز خاک مهر و روشنی برون کنم تو را اراده کرده ام ز خاطرات سرخ یاس ز پارک ها ز خانه ها ز مدرسه کلاس ز کوچه ها ز راه های تنگ و ناشناس به دوزخی مخوف راهنمون کنم تو را اراده کرده ام که سرنگون کنم تو را ز خاک مهر و روشنی برون کنم تو را چه سالها ز باغ ما جوان کشته ای ستاره های شهر را شبانه کشته ای چقدر از تبار ما ترانه کشته ای قسم به داغ لال غرق خون کنم تو را اراده کرده ام که سرنگون کنم تو را ز خاک مهر و روشنی برون کنم تو را صدای ارتشی بزرگ تندبادی از شرانه ها در شبانه های بی حضور روشنای صبح چاره ها هر گذر به نام یک شهید هر یکان پر از ستاره ها کوچه کوچه های این وطن پیشه پلنگ باره ها من از کنام شیرهای آریاییم به ترس از شرار قلب استواییم کنون برای فتح قله ها هواییم چه خوش دچار وحشت و جنون کنم تو را اراده کرده ام که سرنگون کنم تو را ز خاک مهر و روشنی برون کنم تو را اراده کرده ام که سرنگون کنم تو را ز خاک مهر و روشنی برون کنم تو را اراده کرده ام که سرنگون